But I want to welcome these beautiful young ladies to studio, and they have their wonderful artistic director here who is a world-renowned legend in the world of dance. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Real Talk, Real People, Mr. Homer Hans Bryant, artistic director, the School of Homer Bryant, as well as the Chicago Multicultural Dance Center. Good evening, sir.
Good evening, sir. Thank you for having us.
Are you kidding me? It's my pleasure, sir. It's a pleasure and honor to have you here. I know so many of my friends who have had their children come through you and have gone on to do great things. And so please let my listening audience know who you are and how long you've been doing this amazing work that you do.
I am Homer Hans Bryant, founder and artistic director of the Chicago Multicultural Dance Center, and we serve. We make a difference in children's lives.
Really? And sir, how long have you been doing this?
I'm a product of Arthur Mitchell in the dance department, but the Chicago Multicultural Dance Center is 26 years old.
Wow, very, very nice. And what does the average person go through when they come to your dance center? What is it? It's just not regular. They've got to come and work. It's a lot of blood, sweat, and tears, I can only imagine, because you produce some beautiful work.
So, we start kids at 3 years old.
Wow.
Some of these young ladies started with me at 3.
Okay.
They stay at 3 until they go to high school or college.
Okay.
And then they come back and they bring kids of their own in the past 26 years. So it's a revolving door of positivity and discipline.
So now tell me about this new production. It's a ballet.
Hip hop and ballet brings you Hiplet.
Really?
Yes.
So how'd you come up with this?
Well,
and this is not your first time coming up.
No, back in the 90s we had rap ballet.
Okay.
Where I would put rap ballet terminology with classical ballet. Mm-hmm. The girls would do the running man and point on the tip of their toes, or whatever the regular dances were back in the day. Mm-hmm. And then we progressed to hip hop.
Okay.
And whatever dances they were doing in hip hop, I would put on point. Now, about a year and a half later, 2005, Universal Circus came to me and they wanted to hire one of my young ladies. And they wanted to do something different. So we started fooling around with hip hop on point. And they taught this young lady to do aerial. And there was a violinist and she did hip hop on point. So here comes today and we're doing Hiplet. So just a continuation of what's relevant with kids today.
Beautiful.
But these kids are trained in classical ballet. And then they could do anything on point. We've done African on point, we've done Latin on point. Now it's hip hop or Hiplet on point.
And here's the beautiful part about this. You all have developed such a huge following from this presentation that you actually ended up on Good Morning America. And that's big. I tell people from Good Morning America, you came back here and you've been on tour, you're here with me tonight. So how did that all start that you all ended up on Good Morning America?
A Brazilian group called Sobalorinos put the Hiplet on their Instagram page with the smiling and laughing emojis with the tears coming down their eyes. So they were kind of dissing us. The next thing you know, BuzzFeed picked it up and it went to 24 million views. Now it's at 38 million views. Good Morning America called
38 million
38 million views.
Wow. You are superstars now.
These kids have really brought it. But what it is you see African American girls, young ladies in a focused, disciplined environment doing something they love, but knowing that they have to train in classical ballet to do it. That's not an everyday thing.
No, it's not. It's not. And I want to talk to these beautiful young ladies. They're just as poised. They came in and put their hands together. They're sitting up very erect in their chairs. You can tell that these young ladies have had some very good training and their parents should be very proud of them. Let's introduce our first young lady, Zip Wilson. But what is your real name?
Zipporah.
That's so beautiful. Say it again.
Zipporah.
Yeah, because I messed it up. You'd have been Zip. You'd have been, but my listening audience know I love you. And they know, eventually we'll learn your name. But Zip, tell my audience who you are, where you're from, and a little bit about you.
Hi, I'm Zipporah Wilson. I'm from Chicago. I dance with Chicago Multicultural Dance Center and I go to school at Chicago High School for the Arts.
You do?
Yes.
And how long have you been dancing?
Since I was 3, so about 11 going on 12 years.
Really? And what do you like most about dancing?
Mostly that whatever I'm going through throughout the day, I can just express myself through my dancing. I can tell a story and no one will know what it's about. I can just express myself how I feel or just, because I love it.
Okay. All right. And next to you is Jackson Soleil. Did I get that right?
Yes, you did.
How are you, Jackson?
I'm great. How are you?
Wonderful. Glad to meet you. You have a beautiful smile. All you young ladies have a beautiful
Thank
smile.
you.
So, Jackson, tell me all about yourself and where you're from.
Well, I'm 13 years old and I'm about to graduate in a few days. And
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Now, are you graduating from Harvard or? Because you're probably a great dancer and go to Harvard. Okay.
Yes, and I will be attending the Latin School of Chicago.
Well, of course you would be. Right. I wouldn't expect you to say you were going to one of them, okay, I ain't gonna say it. But okay. The school will be mad at me, but okay, well, very good. So, go ahead.
And I've been dancing since I was 3 years old. I came to Mr. Homer when I was 7 years old, and I've been dancing with him ever since, and I've always loved it. This past year, I started training 6 to 7 days a week, and it's been intense for me, but I guess I've improved a lot over this year, and I think it's helped me come this far.
Well, I'm amazed because you guys did a beautiful job on that show. You really did. You really, really did. And last but not least, is another beautiful young lady. Her name is Kelsey Lewis. And how are you, Kelsey?
I'm good. How are you?
Good, good, good. Good, good, good. Okay, and Kelsey, tell me a little bit about you and all that good stuff.
I'm 12 years old. I'm the youngest one out of all of us. I go to...
Really?
Yeah.
Well, the girls, look, but okay. Well, I like that. Look, stay young and beautiful. Stay young and beautiful, okay.
I go to Ancona School. I'm in 6th grade.
Very nice. I know that Ancona School. Very nice. I used to live right there by it. It's a great school. Very nice. Very progressive school. Yes, it is. Okay. And so what do you like about dance?
What I like about dance is I like the type of styles that we do that dance. And yeah.
Okay, all right. So when we come back from commercial break, we're going to continue this conversation. And Mr. Bryant, I want to talk to you about the importance of getting our young people into programs like this. We have so many things that go on in our city, and so many young girls, just like these young girls, need to be exposed to this. And so we'll talk a little bit more about that. And then I want to find out if you young ladies eat like Cheetos and all that good stuff. Cause do you all eat junk food? We'll find all that out. I do. I know you do. I know you do. We'll find out what your diet's all about. You all can't get all prim and proper. I'm like, I know doggone well y'all eat some Cheetos every now and then. Cause if not, I need to change the diet. And I want to talk about all of the practice and exercise and all the things that you do. You all are listening to the Thursday night edition of Real Talk, Real People. Refresh your beverage, and I promise you we'll be back. And while we're on commercial, I'm going to learn to do some ballet. I'm going to stand on my toes. I'll be right back. We'll be right back. Bye. Enjoy.